Hey everybody, this is one of my first late videos. The traffic has kind of started, so it's not going to be as quiet as I want it to be, but I just have to deal with that. This is a response to Terry's vid on the purpose is to divide and conquer. And I guess I want to say this is kind of the reason why I started Feminist Tube. And as we can see, what happened in Feminist Tube, Terry explains that what happened in Feminist Tube was over a guy. And you know, like it's just so what Terry said is so true. Being a feminist and being a sister in the struggle, when you're sisters together in a struggle, we do need to stick together. We need to know, we need to be conscious of these things. We need to know when somebody or some people are using us to divide and conquer within our sisterhood, and that is so important. I guess, I mean, to me, Terry's video is a good example of how to step back and look at the situation and go, yeah, okay, I see where these things occur. I see these things in the past. Like, I think every feminist has gone through this. I think every woman has gone through this at one point in their lives or another, whether it's, you know, stupid high school bullshit where there's some guy and you want his approval and you'll step all over your best girlfriend to have that guy. Or it's like, you know, two girls arguing over and, you know, practically killing each other over the need for affection for some guy. And it's just like, you know, there comes a time when I think a lot of feminists, I mean, that's the whole point of consciousness raising, right? Is that we gather around and we're honest and we talk about our feelings. And that's another thing Terry mentions in the video, is that, you know, she sees women, when they're allowed to be with just women, that they really open up and they really talk about stuff. And that is why, another reason why I made Feminist Outlaws, because it is a place of safety. It is a place where women can explain and open up their heart and be in the sisterhood with other women. That's the whole point of it. And yeah, I mean, this has happened to me, you know, many times in my life. I mean, I'm 40 years old now, and I can honestly say that this kind of, you know, guys getting in the way of sisterhood, I mean, I can't even count how many times that's happened in my life. But I got to a point where I would say about maybe 8 years ago, maybe 8 years ago, yeah, about that time, I went through an ordeal with somebody, and I realized what I was doing wrong, you know. And it wasn't even another feminist. It wasn't like we were in a feminist struggle, but I was looking at another woman and being negative towards her because she had a stake in this guy's life, and I didn't like that, right? And I realize now that it was completely ridiculous on my part to even judge her like that, or to put her in that negative light, because it so obviously wasn't anything that I, once I sat and I logically thought through it all, and I sat down with myself, and I just had like that aha moment where I'm like, okay, like, why am I getting upset over this woman? It's not even worth it. I'm getting upset at this woman over a man. You know what I mean? And I don't even have anything to worry about. So like, why? You know what I mean? And so yeah, I had my aha moment, and yeah, I mean, it's taught me a lot. It really has. And now, now that I've been through several long-term relationships with guys, I can honestly say that I don't look at other women as competition. This is kind of the way that I would handle a situation when it involved a guy, say, having another friend that was a woman. I've dropped the whole jealousy thing, because you know what? It's a pointless emotion to have. It really truly is. It is so draining to be jealous. It's such a draining thing. Why in the world would I invest in that? You get older, I guess, and you come to the realization that if you're a woman with a man, you have to just, you have to give that kind of trust. You can't just be worried about all the time, oh, this guy's talking to that woman and blah blah blah, and I don't want my guy to do that and this and that and all this other bullshit, right? I mean, and you know what? I think guys know this, and I think guys play this. They do. They play it. They really, really do. And like Terry says, a guy will see a situation, and he'll see a weak link, and he will go in and he will exploit that weak link. And you know what it's about? It's about a woman feeling that she has acceptance from a guy. That's what it's about. So he'll exploit that woman who wants acceptance from him and wants men to like her. And she'll shit all over her friends and all over her girlfriends, because she wants that attention from a guy. She wants to know that in a guy's mind, she is okay. And I just think to myself, we have to, as feminists, do this consciousness raising. We have to have a space to do it in, and we have to be open, and we have to discuss it honestly. We have to realize where we go wrong sometimes. We have to realize that what we're really doing is not being a good sister. What we're really doing is we're looking for a man's approval. And that is something that I think only comes with consciousness raising and being willing as a feminist to examine your own behavior and your own needs and your own desires. And you have to openly talk about that with other women, because that's how you get past that. Well, that's one of the ways you can get past it. But it's a very important way, and I think it's, it's definitely something that the board that I made is for. That's what it's for. That's part of what it's for. That's one of the main reasons. Because like Terry said, you get a woman away from all the guys and all the need for acceptance, and you put her with a bunch of her sisters, and she gets to explore the reality of her emotions, and she gets validated with other women for her experiences and her honesty, and she gets to open herself up. And that creates a feeling of being grounded when you're allowed to do that. And this is why women's spaces are so important. They are so, so vital, because we have so many pressures on us in society to begin with. And we know as feminists that we are opposed by many, many men. I mean, we're fighting patriarchy. That's the whole point. So we have to be willing to explore ourselves in order to come to the consciousness and the awareness that while we may want a guy to love us and think we're great, we've just sliced the hands and hearts of our sisters in doing so. And that is something that is not what a feminist should be doing. And it's something I'm really glad that Terry made a video on this, and her video is featured on my page, so I hope everyone comes and watches it. It is so vitally important. That's all I think that's all I have to say. I have a few more minutes. Let's see, what else do I want to say? Well, I guess I just want to reiterate my thanks to those of you who have been there for me and are supporting me through this, and continue to do so. It's really taken a lot out of me, and I mean, I you know, it's a learning experience too. You know, anytime you go through something like that, you come away with knowledge, you know. And do I have any regrets? Nope, I don't have any regrets. I think that's something that I really need to put out there. I don't have any regrets. I think anybody in my position would have, you know, reacted the same way. I mean, I'm sort of getting beat up because I reacted so strongly, and you know, I think people need to understand that I was being pushed, you know, like, oh, that's just not enough evidence, or you just don't, you know, it's just not clear, and, you know, you're crazy, and blah 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 blah, you know what I mean? And so yeah, that, I mean, you know, people sit there and they go, you're doing all this crazy stuff, but yet they're the ones that are telling you, they're the ones gaslighting you and making you feel like, you know, you have to do that stuff, you know what I mean? They push and push and push and push, and then they wonder why you react in the way that you do, you know what I mean? So I find that you know, I find that hilarious, but you know, that's what happens sometimes, you know, and I'm human. I'm not a robot, and you know, I do get hurt over things, and I do feel pain, you know. While I may be a very strong, tough woman, I still have the capacity for pain. I still have the capacity to feel very, very hurt, and be very, very angry too. I mean, you know, this shit's been going on for just way too fucking long, you know. But I'm feeling the people that understand me. It's just as simple as that, you know what I mean? And I'm grateful for that. Very, very grateful. I guess that's all I have to say. I'm looking for something that's going to be so poignant, but I think I've already said it. So thank you very much, Terry, and I will talk to everyone soon. Ciao.